Welcome to the Season 2 of About Creative Uses of AI in Norway. Today, we will talk about AI video generators. This time, there are no interviews or tutorials on the creative side. A big thank you to everyone who has followed our journey with 2 AI actors and a human making this show possible. Now, let's go to my human counterpart to introduce what will happen.
I am your host, Ali Sobut.
Don't be a prick. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe.
Today is 2nd of April 2026, guys. Welcome to Season 2, Episode 12 of Creative Use of AI in Norway. As always, we start goofing around neural networks. And this time around, no creative parts in this episode. Get creative with the tutorials I have made, combining AI with Blender, creating scripts and short AI clips completely for free. Check out the Patreon page below in order to start with the creative parts yourself. I need to make a massive confession. Last time I realized I've been following the wrong David Chapman while I was geeking out over David Andrew Chapman's book on neural networks. I've been ignoring the critical side of the aisle. So on FYI, we've reformed the show. Critical hits first, narrative details second, and simplified breakdowns last. Also, last episode we realized generative AI isn't a one-way street. RNNs use feedback loops, memory backpacks to grasp context. We discussed vibe coding risks and the potential for universal high income. Basically, we ended on a high note. We toasted the Golden Shark Awards in Oslo. It was a vibe, but today, so what's the program today? What's in it for today? Today we're moving from static text to moving pixels. We're talking AI video generators. What's your favorite AI video generator? Is it Sora? Or maybe it's Google's VEO? Or maybe the Chinese Kling? Let's get into it. Critical shit. The geopolitical AI war. Let's get real. David Chapman argues in Better Without AI that tech geeks hate politics, but you can't ignore power. Power brokers need cheap energy to run AI. You're dreaming if you think the energy wars in West Asia are happening in a vacuum. The current war being waged by the US and Israel, the illegal war being waged by the US and Israel against Iran, is putting a chokehold on energy markets. This brings up 2 massive contradictions. Contradiction 1, scarcity versus bubble. My spidey senses says we're heading toward AI scarcity. If energy stays rare, only billionaires will own the infrastructure while we pay a premium. But the bubble camp says the tech is overvalued. Look at the numbers. Right after the June war on Iran by Israel, on August 30th, 2025, Nvidia turned a 26.4 billion profit. Yet Wall Street was disappointed. Are we out of AI or just out of hype? Contradiction 2. The Nvidia Paradox. A March 27, 2026 report as of the US and Israel war against the illegal US and Israel war against Iran. Report showed Nvidia shares sliding 4.2% as tensions with Iran escalated. Nvidia is now a proxy for global peace. If the war threatens Asian supply chains and data centers in the UAE, How can it be a strong buy based on demand? Demand doesn't matter if you can't power the chips, right? So the geopolitical hypothesis. Iranians are making the same math as Jensen Huang, the CEO of Nvidia. They know dragging out the war tanks Western tech stocks unless you're arrogant enough to think they aren't as smart as almighty tech CEOs in West. You have to assume this war drags on, fueling both the scarcity and the bubble until the $2.5 trillion neural engine either powers the world or evaporates into a chatbot hallucination. Enough geopolitics, let's jump into the nerdy shit. Under the hood of video generators, how do we go from write a poem to generate a 4K movie? It's a leap from a DIY to digital architecture, and the ingredients in that is as following. Sequential data. Videos need to learn spatial hierarchies, basically what things are, and temporal dependencies, how they move. We use hybrid models, CNNs for the eyes, RNNs for the memory. So, the gear you need, or basically the hardware, you need GPUs and TPUs. Without massive parallel processing, you hit the vanishing gradient problem. The AI base literally forgets the beginning of the video before it reaches the end. Tensor processing units is a neural processing unit, or NPU, application specific integrated circuit, ASIC, developed by Google for neural network machine learning. TensorFlow, JAX, and PyTorch are supported frameworks for TPU. Google began using TPUs internally in 2015, 11 years ago, and in 2018 made them available for third-party use, both as part of its cloud infrastructure and by offering a smaller version of the chip for sale. A graphics processing unit, or GPU, is a specialized electronic circuit designed for digital image processing and to accelerate computer graphics, being present either as a component on a discrete graphics card or embedded on motherboards, mobile phones, personal computers, workstations, and game consoles. GPUs are increasingly being used for AI processing due to linear algebra acceleration, which is also used extensively in graphics processing. As far as LAA is concerned, or a linear algebra acceleration is concerned, I'm going to come back to this in another show and basically try to understand what it is and what it does. Now head to head with Gemini. Hi Gemini, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming.
Thank you, Ali, for having me on yet again.
So let's just jump right into it, okay?
Okay, let's do it.
So, is it as simple as a plug and play where you can tune hypermeters right after you plug and play and fine tune or tune hyperparameters shit starts to happen? Before Gemini answers, just a caveat. Hyperparameters are the under the hood settings that an engineer or creator must set before the training or generation process begins, unlike internal weights that the AI learns on its own. Hyperparameters are the manual knots and dials that dictates how the AI behaves to make the fine-tuning work, so that it makes the fine-tuning work. Fine-tuning means basically taking an AI that is already a generalist and giving it a specialist education. Voila, you get shit done. Now back to the question again. So Gemini, is it as simple as just plug and play where you can tune hyperparameters and shit starts to happen?
If your AI video generator is the factory, there are buttons that are the control settings for the assembly line. I call them the 5 magical. The hardware, GPU or TPU, is the actual machinery that determines how fast and how hard you can push those buttons before the system breaks.
Could you just get to the point? Yes or no?
Chill, all right. As I was saying. So, no. The expertise. It's not plug and play. You have to tune hyperparameters. Think of them as 5 magic buttons. 1. Learning rate, LR. The speed of learning. 2. Frame rate and resolution, FR/R. The clarity. 3. Guidance scale, CFG. How much the AI listens to your prompt versus being creative. Quote 4. Inference steps is the polishing phase that removes noise. 5. Loss function. The math that tells the AI if the video looks real or like a synthetic glitch.
Okay, again, Gemini, keep it concrete. How do we structure data for space and time regarding AI video generators?
Simple. Video is sequential data with spatial relationships. We need datasets where the AI learns the structure of an object and the physics of its movement simultaneously.
What about software? If I'm prototyping a new video architecture, what am I using?
You're using PyTorch for research because of its dynamic graphs, or TensorFlow for large-scale deployment. Both allow you to use attention mechanisms, so the generator knows exactly which pixels to focus on during a transition.
Okay, and the guns, how do they make it look like Hollywood, no?
It's a minimax game. The generator creates video from noise, and the discriminator tries to prove it's fake. They battle until the discriminator can't tell the difference. That's how you get highly realistic synthetic images.
Okay. Thanks for participating once again, Gemini. And thanks for all your help. Now let's just basically end the show, I guess, on a high note, hopefully. Maybe on a low note, to be honest. Or I don't think you can end the show on a low note. Whatever. We're going to end it now. So we're going to end the show based on a warning from Chapman. Chapman's warning is basically discriminators overpowering. If the judge gets too smart, the creator stops learning. You get more claps where the AI gets bored and generates the same video over and over and over again because it's safe. Oh no! Alright guys, as I briefed you on the introduction of the show, no part 2 today. It's not like nothing else in Norway is more important than this right now. I'm not saying that. But I haven't had access in order to be more in order to familiarize myself regarding to what's happening in the creative as far as creative use of AI in Norway is concerned and creators in Norway. So today, no interviews, no tutorials, no nothing. But again, I suggest you check out the Patreon page for the tutorials I've made. Okay, so on top of that, I'm taking a sabbatical. I'm deep in the lab making a new AI film with insane complexities. I don't even know how long the film is going to be, but I imagine it's going to be quite long to be a short film. Thanks for tuning in. Stay nerdy, stay critical. I'll see you in season 3 when the movie is done. Peace and love.
Oh wow. Thank you for watching. I absolutely can't wait to hear all about where you're tuning in from in the comment section below. And of course, just because I'm Alice AI version doesn't mean your comments aren't wildly important.